Hey friends, happy Monday and welcome back to another weekly What's for Dinner video. This week's video is pretty short. I did not do a lot of step-by-step cooking this week just because most of what we ate this week was family favorites. There was, I think, one new recipe that we tried, which was really good and I will make again. But everything else was just super simple family favorites. And I will have all the recipes for those linked down below. If you haven't seen them before, there will be videos down below where I have made them step by step. But if you like these kinds of videos, I hope you will subscribe down below. Now let's go ahead and get into this week's What's for Dinner. Starting off with Friday night, we had some little slider burgers. I'm using these smashed sliders that I got at Aldi on clearance for $3.99 for the box. These are like very similar to those other smash burgers that I tried, just these are slider size. 100% beef, that's the only ingredient. I seasoned them with salt and pepper and cooked them in a large cast iron pan. Served them on the Aldi brioche buns that I cut in half to turn them into buns, into like actual buns. They're rolls. And then we had chips and French onion dip and fresh corn from a little corn stand that's always in the Burger King parking lot. And these sliders were really good. I liked that I could cook 4 of these at a time instead of like 2 at a time with the bigger ones. I really want a Blackstone, but those are expensive and I feel like they would be really good on that. And I would use a Blackstone a lot. I just don't really want to spend the money on that right now. So yeah, we just cook them in a cast iron pan on the stove and they turned out great. Saturday was Cowboy Caviar night. You guys know this is a favorite that we've had so many times the past couple of months. And we had the cilantro lime or chili lime chicken skewers from Aldi, some avocado on the top for me and the kids, lots of lime, cilantro lime rice that I make in the Instant Pot, and some of the thin and crispy tortilla chips from Walmart. Sunday I made this quick and easy 1-pot red beans and rice. The recipe that is linked down below for this does not include the smoked sausage. It's just for the red beans, and then I make the rice in the Instant Pot. But I like to fry up some smoked sausage, set it to the side, and then add it back at the end. It is really, really good. And I will also link a video down below where I made it step by step that way so you guys can see that. And then to go with it, we have one of these giant tomatoes. I think this one was from the farmer's market where the kids sold their stuff the other weekend. It was like purpley red and it was so good. It was such a good tomato. Monday night we had loaded cheesy Fiesta potato bowls. So this is like cheesy Fiesta potatoes, which we love from Taco Bell, but then you've got like ground beef and stuff on top. So I'm starting off by making the potatoes. When I've tried to recreate them exactly in the past, it hasn't turned out good. I think it was like with cornstarch on it and stuff, like it just didn't taste good. So we're just keeping it simple. We've got potatoes here. I coated them with some oil and then I seasoned them with some taco seasoning. And then I put these on a parchment paper lined sheet pan, stuck them in the oven on 425 for 45 minutes. I did toss them halfway through. And then after that, I cranked up the heat to 450 and cooked them for another 15 minutes to get them extra crispy. I did see a recipe like similar to this on Instagram, so I took the cooking instructions for the potatoes from there. To go with this, I cooked up some ground beef with some taco seasoning. I heated up some of the nacho cheese that I buy in the big thing from Sam's Club. And then we had like Taco Bell sauce and sour cream and some cilantro to top it with. And everybody could just do it however they wanted. And these were delicious. I will definitely make them again. Per Lily's request, I made beef and broccoli ramen this week. I used steak this time. In the past, I have done ground beef and then sometimes with steak. I think we prefer it with steak, although this steak ended up being a little bit chewy, but everybody still enjoyed it. It's super simple. You cook up like your steak or your ground beef with some sauce that you make, and then you add in broccoli. I did a bag of frozen broccoli, and then you just serve it over top some packets of ramen. Wednesday is another quick and easy go-to meal, and that is KFC Bowls. So to get your gravy right for the KFC Bowls, you want to mix together a package of beef gravy and chicken gravy, and then it tastes pretty similar to what you can get at KFC. I made some mashed potatoes in the Instant Pot, and then funny story, I actually forgot the corn, and Andy had to bring home a can of corn that he stopped and got on his way home from work because I completely forgot that. Cooked up some chicken tenders in the air fryer, cut them up with my kitchen shears, top everything with some cheddar cheese, and that is it. And it tastes just like KFC Bowls at home. Finally, the last meal of the week this week was spaghetti. No surprise there. It's a family favorite and one of my go-to meals when I just don't know what else to make. So I cooked up some ground beef with some marinara sauce from Aldi. We had spaghetti noodles, and then I made some frozen broccoli in the microwave, seasoned that with some garlic butter and some Parmesan cheese, and it was super simple spaghetti night. Now it's time for our weekly member shoutouts. I want to say a special thank you to all of you who choose to support me in another way. There is like 22 of you now, so thank you so much for paying $1.99 a month to support my channel and get a couple extra perks. It really means a lot to me. If you don't know, you can become a channel member down below next to my name and the subscribe button. You should see an additional join button. If you're on an Apple phone or iPad or something and you're using the YouTube app though, it will not show up for you. You have to go to like Google Chrome or through your browser, not in the YouTube app, and then log in and try to join. But if you're on like Android or a computer, you should be fine and it should be there for you. Again, I wanted to say thank you so much for being a channel member. And that is going to be it for this week's What's for Dinner. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave me a thumbs up. I know I didn't do a lot of in-depth cooking this week, but I still hope you guys found some ideas. And don't forget, if you do want to see the like full recipe of some of those that I've cooked like a million times, I will have them linked down below so you can go back and watch like the old video where I showed it in depth. I hope you all have a great week, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.